Greetings, family. It's Empress D in nature, and look what shirt I'm rocking. I'm rocking my Bob shirt. You know, he is one of my favorite artists. One of my favorite lyrics of his is emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Bob's told us from in the 70s. I think that's when he was big. Yeah, it was in the 70s, I think. 70s, 80s. Bob, he told us emancipate ourselves from mental slavery, which brings us to the topic I want to speak about today, family. It's very sensitive. It's a very sensitive topic. And I've spoken about it before on this channel, and it's basically about religion, right? Organized religion. I really think that we are supposed to not look outside of ourselves for saving. I think that we need to learn to look within ourselves, and that only we can save ourselves. And I feel as though religion takes us away from that. Religion requires you to go through the leader of your religious practice to get to God. Religion requires you to follow a set of rules in order to be obedient to that religion. When all of us are sovereign and are meant to follow only the rules of universal law, anything outside of that may not serve everybody. So there's never a time where it's a one-size-fits-all prescription for humanity. And anytime you see that, that makes me so nervous. If there's a one-time prescription for a large group of people, that makes me nervous, because we were created to be sovereign with free will. And so if our creator that created us with the free will intended for us all to do the same thing, I don't know that our creator would have intentionally made us with free will. And so, you know, listen, I'm not knocking it. Everybody's on their own journey. But I feel like, okay, we are putting all of our burdens onto something else. We're being forgiven for any wrongdoing. Like, it's just so much non-accountability, right? It's so much religion, and that's what I'm talking about. There's so much dependence on somebody, something else outside of you. And there's no real emphasis on what's inside of us, right? And so I know it's controversial, but I really think that religion was created to keep us away from ourselves. I know a lot of people that have the knowledge that I have, the knowledge of self. They started in religion. You know, they might have started in religious backgrounds, and I think that religion is a good way. It's a pathway, but as I said earlier, I feel like there's a cap. When you are devoted to religion, there's a cap, and I don't know that we're meant to be capped. Family, we're so powerful once we tap into who we are. We are so powerful. And hence, all of their efforts to keep us from going within, right? We're always told to tune out and listen to outside guidance. And if you sit down and really take the time to kind of think about it, family, I'm not lying, right? From the time we enter the school system, we're taught to, you know, follow guidelines and rules and do what everybody else is doing. You know, there's very little room for individuality. What if you learn differently? What if you see the world differently? You know, and it's just a year after year conformity indoctrination. Essentially, that's what school is, because you're learning what whoever is in charge wants you to learn and nothing more. You're not necessarily learning information that's going to be valuable in your life. Children should be learning about energy, about frequency, about vibration. They should be learning about their emotions. That emotions are energy in motion, and we have to let them move. We can't keep them in. You know, children should be learning that we are all one. You know, what I do affects you, and what you do affects me, and we have to treat each other with kindness and respect. Children should be learning about the energy systems within our body, the chakras. They should be learning how to meditate. They should be. Yeah. You know, they should be learning how to be out in nature and be one with nature. How to garden. How to, how to interact with animals, and how to pick out the helpful and medicinal plants that we walk by. And they should learn to forage. And yeah, but again, the education system as it stands is set to put out people to work in certain industries to keep this machine going. And so it's not necessarily meant for our greater good. It's meant to serve the machine, right? But I think on a good note that's all changing, and that's why we're going through all of this madness right now, family. Do you not see the bombardment of stories after story after story in the news? Like, it's just trying to confuse and distract people, family. Don't let them succeed. Don't let them succeed. I have a good feeling that, but then again, I don't know. But I feel like there are a lot of people that are starting to say something's not right. I'm hoping so. And if not, man, I don't know, man. I'm not doomed. I can't go down with the ship. I gotta stick and move, family. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. Please get out in nature. I love and I value each and every one of you, family. One love.